Yeah.
Tell me why. I mean, tell me
Yeah.
how confident you feel that he
Yeah.
will stay as an Oiler.
I'm really confident. I think that back-to-back losses in the Cup Final, one almost epic, only the second time ever a team would have come back from a 3-0 deficit and to lose by a goal. Then another one where you're down to a best of 3 and you lose in Game 6. I think Connor is, in soccer we would use the term gutted.
Gene Principe, the voice of the Edmonton Oilers, said something big. He spoke about Connor McDavid's future. The words were not a guess. They were strong, clear, and serious. Fans froze. Some teams listened closely. What he said on a podcast made NHL insiders pause. It wasn't just about money. It was something deeper, something nobody was ready to hear.
With the Stanley Cup. So I'm not saying he's signing an 8-year deal, but I'm not concerned at all that Connor would come here. I mean, everything I've seen and heard, I've never heard an inkling that he dislikes anything,
It just came in his genes.
Gene Principe has been with Sportsnet since 2001. He's worked with the Edmonton Oilers since 1998. People know his voice. When he speaks about the team, fans pay attention. On July 15th, 2025, he appeared on the Spittin Chiclets podcast. There, he talked about Connor McDavid's future with the Oilers. His words created shock across hockey fans, reporters, and even other NHL teams. He said McDavid's current contract ends in 2026. The deal is worth $100 million over 8 years. Principe said, "I'm really confident." He was talking about McDavid staying in Edmonton. This was the first big sign from someone close to the team that McDavid might not leave. During the 2025 playoffs, the Oilers lost again in the Stanley Cup Final. It was their second loss in 2 years. In 2024, they lost 4-3. In 2025, they lost 5-1. Principe said, "In soccer, we would use the term gutted. I just saw a guy who's given everything and then some." That was how he described McDavid after the game. McDavid also spoke to fans after that loss. He said, "Stick with us, because for all of us, it's going to pay off." Principe told listeners, "That was kind of better than 'I love you.' I promise you, we will give you the love that you want with the Stanley Cup." These words were clear. They showed that McDavid felt a strong connection to Edmonton. Principe did not say McDavid would sign another 8-year deal, but he did say this: "I'm not saying he's signing an 8-year deal, but I'm not concerned at all that Connor would come here." He also said, "I haven't heard an inkling that he dislikes anything." These are facts from someone who sees McDavid often and talks to people close to the player. McDavid had a great season in 2025. He scored 100 points in 67 regular season games. In the playoffs, he led all players with 33 points. This was his second year in a row, leading the playoffs in points. He stayed healthy, played hard, and led the Oilers to the final again. Other NHL teams are watching. Teams like the Toronto Maple Leafs, New York Rangers, and Los Angeles Kings are waiting. If McDavid becomes a free agent in 2026, they will try to sign him. NHL insiders say as many as 10 teams are ready to offer deals. They want to bring him in if he decides to leave Edmonton. Chris Johnston, a top NHL reporter, said fan bases of big teams are preparing. "It's literally, he's going to pick his terms," Johnston said. "That means McDavid can decide everything about his next contract. He controls the money, the years, and where he wants to go. But so far, McDavid hasn't made a move. He hasn't rushed into anything. He hasn't said he wants to leave." When reporters asked him, McDavid said, "I'm not in a rush to make any decision." He also said, "If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem." The Oilers want him to stay. Their general manager Stan Bowman called McDavid the best player in the league and a #1 priority. People close to the team said that re-signing him is a top goal for the whole front office. They're ready to do whatever it takes to keep him. This is the first time someone inside the team, someone close to McDavid, spoke this clearly. Principe's words hit hard because they were real. He did not guess. He did not speak as a fan. He gave facts from inside the locker room. He said he sees no signs that McDavid is unhappy. The team has lost 2 finals in a row. Still, McDavid shows no signs of quitting on the team. He shows signs of staying loyal. He gives everything on the ice, and he told fans to stick with them. Principe believed him. He said the emotion was real. This story will grow. Teams will keep calling. Reporters will keep asking questions. But what happened in July 2025 gave fans the biggest clue yet. McDavid's heart might still be in Edmonton. And that came straight from the man who's been by his side for years, Gene Principe.
Winning would be at the top of the list, and then, winning would be it's the most important thing. If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over again, then signing is no problem.
The biggest name in hockey did something nobody saw coming. Connor McDavid just called out the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins are now at the center of hockey's biggest story, and this isn't speculation anymore. And now, everything is changing. It's not a rumor anymore. It's real. Teams are on alert. Fans are shocked. And the NHL might never be the same again after what just happened. Connor McDavid, one of the best hockey players in the world, just said something huge. His words are now sending waves through the entire NHL. The Boston Bruins are right in the middle of it. What he said wasn't normal. It wasn't quiet, it was bold, and it has already changed how teams are thinking. McDavid is still with the Edmonton Oilers, but his contract ends after next season. That means he could soon play for another team, and now people are looking closely at the Boston Bruins. McDavid signed an 8-year deal worth $100 million. That deal started in 2018. Now, it ends after the 2025 to 2026 season. When that happens, he becomes a free agent. That means any team can try to sign him if he doesn't re-sign with Edmonton. The Oilers want to keep him. Their general manager, Stan Bowman, said, "Connor's the best player in the league, the most important player in the league. He's our captain, he's our leader, and certainly he's a number one priority." But the Bruins are not backing down. They are making big changes to their team, and they're preparing a huge offer. They're ready to go after McDavid in a way no one expected. In an interview, McDavid talked about the Bruins. He said, "The Bruins are one of the few teams able and willing to put together a blockbuster offer." These are strong words. Most players do not name teams like this, especially during contract talks. This tells everyone something big. McDavid is paying close attention to Boston. Right now, the Bruins are rebuilding their team. They want to win again soon. That means they need a star. McDavid might be that star. Some reports say the Bruins are getting ready to offer him a 7-year contract. It might be worth over $90 million. That's a huge number. It's big enough to catch McDavid's eye, and he's not ignoring it. Last season, McDavid had one of his best years ever. He led the Oilers to the Stanley Cup Final. They lost in 6 games to the Florida Panthers, but McDavid made history. He got 34 assists in the playoffs. No player in NHL history has done that before. He also scored at least 4 points in back-to-back Stanley Cup Final games. Again, no one else has ever done that. This kind of performance makes him even more valuable. Every team would want him, but not every team can afford him. That's why Boston stands out. The Bruins have money. They're an original 6 team. That means they've been at a player like McDavid. A reporter from Newsweek wrote that signing McDavid would change the landscape of the NHL. That means the league would look different. It would make Boston one of the top teams right away. McDavid knows this, and he's not hiding it. Talking about Boston like this is a big move. It shows he's serious. Edmonton, on the other hand, is trying hard to keep him. Their manager says keeping McDavid is the top goal. They want him to stay and lead the team for many more years. But now the Bruins are in the picture, and they're not just in the background. They are front and center. Some NHL insiders say Boston has been planning this for months. The team is also ready to use draft picks to make this happen. That means they are willing to trade young players or future stars to get McDavid. Fans are reacting fast. On Reddit, some Bruins fans are excited. One person wrote, "The Bruins are in a big market and are an Original 6 franchise that still has eyes on winning. That could potentially be appealing to McDavid." But not everyone agrees. Some think this is just a dream. They say Edmonton will never let him go. One user wrote, "Still feels like a pipe dream." But after McDavid's quote, "It doesn't feel like a dream anymore. It feels real." The Bruins are not hiding their plan. Reports say they are preparing the biggest contract offer in the team's history. They want to win now, and they believe McDavid can help them do it. McDavid's current contract pays him $12.5 million each year. Boston's offer might pay even more. That's a big risk, but it might work. Trades like this are rare. The last time something this big happened was in 2016. That's when Taylor Hall was traded to New Jersey. That's also when PK Subban went to Nashville. But McDavid is on another level. He's younger. He's better. He's more famous. And he still has many great years ahead. This is why so many people are watching. Right now, nothing is final. McDavid is still with the Oilers, but time is moving fast. If something happens, it will happen before the end of the 2025 to 2026 season. That means teams have a short window. They must act now if they want him. Boston knows this, and they're already moving. The Oilers still believe they can keep him. McDavid said in an earlier interview, "If I feel that there's a good window to win here over and over."
Take some time to regroup, talk to my agent a little bit and family and all that, and make some decisions whenever that time comes. But
the biggest star in hockey just surprised everyone. His contract is almost done, but now he's not rushing to stay. This happened right after a tough Stanley Cup loss. The Oilers just got more bad news, and this time it's from their captain. What he's planning next could change everything for Edmonton and the NHL. This update is real, and it's happening right now. On July 1st, 2025, Connor McDavid became allowed to talk about a new deal. His current contract ends after the 2025-26 season. The deal was signed in 2017 and lasts 8 years. The Oilers pay him $12.5 million each season. Edmonton general manager Stan Bowman said, "Contract talks will begin whenever they're ready." That means no offer was made yet. McDavid plays for the Edmonton Oilers. He is their team captain. He has played over 700 NHL games. He has scored over 1,080 points in his career. That includes goals and assists. Last season, McDavid helped the Oilers reach the Stanley Cup Final. They lost to the Florida Panthers in 6 games. In that series, McDavid had 33 points in 22 playoff games. That was more than any other player. He had 7 goals and 26 assists. After that, reporters asked about his future, but McDavid and the Oilers gave no exact answers. Reports now say McDavid may not sign a long deal. He might want a short contract instead. That could give him more choices later. NHL insiders said this would keep pressure on the Oilers. ESPN and NHL sources said other players like Mitch Marner may also do short deals. This is a new idea in free agency. Shorter deals give stars more chances to earn money later. They also give them the option to change teams sooner. One NHL expert said, McDavid may choose a short-term deal to keep pressure on the Oilers. Another expert added, they have to give him a reason to stay. This means McDavid wants to see good changes before he signs anything. There is also another side to the story. McDavid's wife, Lauren Kyle, works in Edmonton. She is building new projects linked to the 2026 Olympics. Some people believe this may keep McDavid in the city, but nothing is certain yet. General Manager Bowman called McDavid our leader and top priority. He said the team will do whatever it takes to keep him. But still, there is no new contract. There is no new date for when it will happen. If McDavid doesn't sign a new deal, he can become a free agent in 2026. That means any team can try to sign him. Some experts think McDavid could even get traded if he does not agree to stay. One sports reporter said, if he isn't going to re-sign, Edmonton may be forced to explore trading him to avoid losing him for nothing. There is history with this. Back in 1988, the Oilers traded Wayne Gretzky. He was the team's best player back then. Right now, McDavid is 28 years old. He became captain of the Oilers when he was just 19 years old. That made him the youngest captain in the NHL. Some experts say McDavid could get $18 to $20 million per season in his next contract. That would be the highest salary ever in the NHL. But there are new rules. A new labor deal in 2025 says contracts can't be more than 7 years long if staying with the same team, or 6 years long if going to a new team. That may also change how much McDavid earns. The salary cap will go up, so teams may offer more. Other teams are watching closely. Teams like the New York Rangers, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Florida Panthers have been linked as future options. One ESPN writer called the Rangers a dream spot if McDavid ever leaves. He said, "It's a pie-in-the-sky idea, but the fit is there." McDavid is also known for helping people. He donated $85,000 to help kids in Canada. He gave money to help sick kids travel to hospitals. He is a big part of the Edmonton community, with a record of 48 wins, 29 losses, and 5 overtime losses. McDavid had 74 assists. His teammate Leon Draisaitl led the team with 106 total points. In the playoffs, McDavid set a record with 34 assists. That is the most ever in a single NHL playoff year. He also won the Conn Smythe Trophy in 2024. That is given to the best player in the playoffs. Even though the Oilers lost in the finals, McDavid won that award. The Oilers said keeping McDavid is their #1 job, but there is still no contract. His last contract was signed 8 years ago. The team gave him the biggest deal ever at the time, but that deal is almost done now. July 1st, 2025 was the first day they could talk again about a new contract, but the team and McDavid's side have not started that talk yet. This is why NHL fans and teams are watching closely.